The device you are using to watch this video right now shouldn't exist. Your smartphone, your computer, the servers powering the internet, and the military systems defending the United States. All of them rely on one tiny island, Taiwan. Today, Taiwan produces over 60% of the world's semiconductors and 90% of the most advanced microchips. But what if that island had fallen to communist China almost 70 years ago? No TSMC, no Silicon Valley tech boom, and a completely different Cold War. What if America lost the tech war before it even began? To understand how close we came to this nightmare, we have to go back to 1958. The Second Taiwan Strait Crisis. Mao Zedong's artillery begins a massive, brutal bombardment of the Taiwanese islands of Kinmen and Matsu. The goal is clear: prepare for a full-scale amphibious invasion and wipe out the Republic of China once and for all. In our timeline, the United States draws a red line. President Eisenhower sends the largest naval armada in history to the Taiwan Strait and threatens to use nuclear weapons against mainland China. Mao backs down. Taiwan survives. But what if Washington blinked? Imagine the US is paralyzed by the fear of a global nuclear war with the Soviet Union. Eisenhower decides that a tiny island off the coast of Asia is not worth starting World War III. Without American aircraft carriers blocking the strait, the People's Liberation Army launches a massive assault. The fighting is brutal, but the sheer numbers of the communist forces overwhelm the defenders. By the end of 1958, Taipei falls. The red flag is raised over the entire island. The immediate geopolitical shockwave is absolutely terrifying. For the United States, this is a catastrophic strategic defeat. The first island chain, the defensive wall containing communism in the Pacific, is broken. Chinese submarines and warships now have direct, uncontested access to the deep waters of the Pacific Ocean. Panic sweeps through Asia. Japan and South Korea realize that the American nuclear umbrella might not protect them. To survive, Tokyo and Seoul might instantly begin developing their own nuclear weapons, triggering a massive nuclear arms race in the Pacific by the 1960s. But the real disaster is technological. In our reality, Taiwan transformed into a capitalist, high-tech powerhouse. In 1987, the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company was founded. It became the factory of the digital age. But in this alternate timeline, Taiwan is just another heavily militarized province of communist China under Mao's strict control. The global semiconductor industry develops completely differently. Without Taiwan's cheap, highly skilled labor and neutral political status, Silicon Valley struggles to mass-produce advanced electronics in the 1980s and 90s. Computers remain bulky, incredibly expensive, and mostly reserved for governments and massive corporations. The consumer tech boom is delayed by decades. Fast forward to the 1990s and 2000s, when China finally opens its economy to the world. Instead of Taiwan being an independent tech hub, Beijing controls all the infrastructure. When the world eventually needs microchips, China holds an absolute global monopoly. Every single processor, every smartphone, every AI server farm has to be built under the direct supervision of the Chinese Communist Party. The United States military, which relies on advanced chips for its F-35 fighter jets and missile defense systems, finds itself completely dependent on its biggest geopolitical rival. Washington is trapped. Today, the world would look unrecognizable. China isn't just a manufacturing giant, it is the undisputed master of global technology. The US economy is smaller, slower, and technologically stunted. The Pacific Ocean is dominated by the Chinese Navy. In our timeline, Taiwan's independence gave the West the microchips needed to build the modern world. But if Eisenhower had hesitated in 1958, the digital revolution wouldn't belong to America. It would belong to Beijing. So, what do you think? Would the United States have found another way to build the tech industry, or would China already be the only superpower on Earth? Let me know in the comments. And if you love exploring crazy timelines like this, you have to check out the What If book of alternative history. It explores the most mind-blowing geopolitical shifts that almost happened. Grab your copy through the link in the pinned comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next timeline.